Hello, my name is Ferrara, and I am going to present my final presentation for my master's project. In this presentation, you will learn a little bit about me and my educational setting, and my overall takeaways from the University of Kansas's master program in curriculum and instruction. You will also learn about one of the learning outcomes from the program and how I have grown as a result. Finally, I will share my future goals after the completion of the program. To begin, I would like to share a little bit about my current educational setting. As you can see on the slide, my district's educational motto is every student, every day, every opportunity, which best describes the atmosphere in which I work. Home of the Black Tigers, Cuyahoga Falls High School is a large suburban school located 30 minutes south of Cleveland, Ohio. Cuyahoga Falls High School serves about 1,400 students with 90% graduation rate. CFHS services students in many different ways, one of which is through the implementation of interest-based learning communities. I currently serve on the Human and Public Services Learning Community. My students are typically interested in helping people or our community through careers such as military services, lawyers, or teachers, just to name a few. I teach ninth grade language arts, public speaking, video announcements, and creative writing. Outside of the classroom, I am the head coach for our cheerleading program and a co-advisor for the class of 2021 executive committee. The executive committee plans fundraisers, student events, and activities for their respective class. Currently, we are working to raise money for next year's prom. While these roles and responsibilities provide an idea about who I am, they do not clearly outline why I have pursued a master's degree in curriculum and instruction. Before beginning this program, I knew I didn't want to leave the classroom. I loved it too much. Instead, I wanted to strengthen my practices as a teacher. I often tell people that I did not become a teacher because I am passionate about classical American novels or teaching students the structure of a sonnet. Instead, I fell in love with that light bulb moment that students have when they understand the concepts associated with these ideas, which takes me to my overall program takeaways. The quotation provided by Maxine Green best describes an overall theme from the takeaways I have gained as a result of the KU Curriculum and Teaching Master's program. Green states, the individual can release himself into his own inner time and rediscover the ways in which objects arise, the ways in which experience develops. I'm thankful to have had opportunities to study curriculum influencers like Green, John Dewey, and Maria Montessori because they have transformed my philosophy of teaching. My first major takeaway from the program has been redefining how I think of curriculum and who I am as a teacher. I was able to analyze the role the teacher plays in curriculum, especially as it applies to the 21st century classroom. I was inspired by John Dewey, Maria Montessori, and Maxine Green because of the focus on learning experiences, student-driven, interest-based instruction, and reflection. While I was initially skeptical of some of these practices, I have since learned that my previous methods of teaching, which were rooted in state testing standards, have little place in a classroom where I am attempting to prepare students for far greater endeavors than a state test. Secondly, I have also learned how to analyze quantitative and qualitative data, which I had never done prior to the program. This skill has been extremely useful in my current shadowing experience with my district's 7th grade through 12th grade curriculum director. Along with analyzing data, I have strengthened my ability to collaborate professionally with peers from around the country. The opportunity to learn from others in various learning environments is one I will always cherish. Additionally, the program has challenged my biases as a teacher and taught me how to create an inclusive learning environment for all students. I learned that a multicultural curriculum is not designed with holidays and heroes in mind, but instead integrated into the classroom daily. Developing multicultural curriculum that is interwoven into every lesson is still something I would like to work on. However, the curriculum and instruction program has provided me with the tools to do so in a way that would spark change. Lastly, I have learned how to prepare students for real-world problems they may face through the integration of various technological learning tools. With the nature of this program being online, I have learned many new technology resources such as Padlet, Scratch, Google Hangouts, just to name a few. These resources have been useful in developing positive digital citizenship in the classroom. One of the best parts of the takeaways I have mentioned is that I have been able to immediately implement these concepts into the classroom. First, I have learned new strategies for differentiating, but more importantly, gained the mindset that differentiation and modifications can happen at any time in a lesson based on what students need. I have also planned authentic learning experiences to meet my teaching philosophy. For example, I have taken students to meet the author of one of the novels I teach. I've also had students conduct their own mock trial and also write letters to students abroad. I have also looked more in depth at our district's data, thanks to what I have learned, in order to make informed decisions about state testing requirements for students in our high school building. This takes me to learning outcome 3, which seeks that I demonstrate professionalism and growth during the master's program, including evidence that shows participation in collaborative and professional activities, and documents a leadership role that the candidate has taken or intend to take as part of your school or larger community. The way in which I have demonstrated growth throughout the program is through the creation of the school improvement plan that I created for my district. I created the school improvement plan for the Curriculum and Teaching 801 Planning for School Improvement course, where I triangulated data for English Language Arts 9 students with individualized education programs. While developing the school improvement plan, I worked with the special education co-teachers, department chairs, administrators, and curriculum directors. Because I had spent so much time talking with the various professionals that helped me make informed decisions about my improvement plan, I then started shadowing my curriculum director more closely. Although I have not had a chance to implement my school improvement plan, I hope to do so during the 2019-2020 school year. The high school in which I work would benefit from the improvement plan because it focuses on students who are least proficient in English language arts. My research and findings have proven that this demographic of students need further support from our staff, and my school improvement plan would provide as much. John Dewey stated that education is not preparation for life, but rather education is life itself. The University of Kansas's program has taught me more than just a series of learning outcomes, but it has taught me how to transfer knowledge into my educational setting and to continue to learn from those experiences. I am excited for my next steps after completion of the Curriculum and Instruction Master's program. After completion of the program, I would like to continue to implement the teaching practices, strategies, and collaboration skills I have learned through taking on more of a leadership role within my teacher-based team. My teacher-based team meets once a week to discuss data in order to address the needs of our students. I will also begin to apply for curriculum director or curriculum coach jobs, but am realistic about the idea that I will likely need more experiences in the field before working in such a position. In order to further my experiences, I would like to implement my school improvement plan and join our district leadership team, which would provide me the avenue to work with a district-wide team to set goals for students in the grades 9 through 12. Overall, I look forward to the new challenges I feel prepared to endure thanks to the Curriculum and Instruction Master's program with the University of Kansas. I have learned more about the curriculum theories and how to adapt them in a 21st century classroom, how to address student needs in any classroom setting, implement technology, and provide an educational experience that is welcomed by all students. Lastly, I have grown as a professional through the many collaborative experiences I have been afforded. I would like to thank all of my professors for enlightening me over the past 2 years and for guiding my peers and me toward practices that will mold successful students. Finally, you will see just a few of the references that have been consulted in order to inform my presentation. However, the artifacts seen on my e-portfolio provide the most comprehensive list of research I have utilized over the past 2 years. Thank you again for the opportunity.